Y'all need to get in tune because
It's a cultural conversation.
This is a cultural conversation.
It's a cultural conversation.
And this Logic's What Am?
And we back again, episode 53.5. We missed a week. We had employee staff meetings and stuff like that. So we had to put a halt. We had to put a halt to the cultural conversation. Now we back to conversate culturally again.
Because this employee staffed member is no longer going to be at this place of employment.
That's right.
After next week.
That's right. And I had a job interview today, and I just found out that the job interview is for the schedule that I wanted. Hours would be the schedule I want. It's like 7 in the morning to like 4 or 5, and it's Monday through Friday. So yeah, we out here trying to change some stuff. Yeah. But other than that, outside of our boring ass lives, we gonna talk about other niggas' lives. Okay. First off, we gonna get the most popping because this we probably gonna spend the most time on. We talking about Joe Budden and his podcast. Well, what might not even be a podcast anymore. I'm gonna let him do a lot of the talking because I know he got a lot more emotions on this than me because I don't really listen to the Joe Budden podcast. I do know that they are talented over there and they one of the best podcasts. And I just found out I like Maul, which is fucked up because he may not never be on the podcast again.
Well, they putting it out there that it's looking like it's finna be a Maul and Rory podcast.
I think I would want Joe on there too, because like from what I like about Maul, I'm like I want to see him treat Joe. I would live for that. Like
him and Rory be treating Joe. They was treating him if he ever was too crazy, and that's shit people like. But I'm a fan of the podcast. I'm not really a Joe Budden fan, but I think it's just like clear as day now that he's the catalyst to all the destruction around him. And it's like, he put out an apology, right?
To who? Everybody?
He apologized to Rory. He didn't even apologize to Maul because I guess he didn't fire Maul. Technically, he just said Rory. He went on there and fired Rory and stuff. I'm sorry. I'm not going to explain the story because at this point it's too much. And if y'all care, y'all know by now.
I'm sorry. You can give them a little bit. You can kind of sum it up because we got to talk about it. We'll be talking.
Okay. So in a nutshell, the Joe Budden podcast, one of the biggest podcasts of all time, has basically disbanded because over time, Joe Budden has the show's been off for the past year or so. The show's been off. The vibe is off, and it came to a head last week where he fired Rory on air on his podcast, and now there's this big hoopla over accounting. It all started. The story seems to be that Rory and Maul wanted to know the numbers because they're in a profit sharing agreement to where they get a percentage of profits for the podcast. And when they was asking Joe for numbers, he was getting upset and didn't give it to him. And then it turned into, all right, I'm finna have my people audit you. And now I want to know what so now it's like friends falling out over money.
And Joe said that petty shit, didn't he? He said, audit me then.
He was like, bro, Joe, I don't know what's wrong with this nigga, but he's trying to apologize saying like, yeah, I guess this is my fault for not making them understand. All of the shit seemed fucked up because it seems like they were putting their friendship before the business and Joe was putting the business before the friendship and he was big-headed. Still don't understand why it was called the Joe Budden podcast and it's and all three of them is part of it. Yeah. It didn't make sense. So
it don't. And it sounded like Rory was a big team player for him to be talking about. Even Maul was saying, he was like, everybody thinks we work for Joe. He's like, we don't work for Joe. We work with Joe. Like
with Joe, right.
So for Joe to just be saying, we talking about this ain't none of your business and shit like that. Or like, I'm not going to tell you numbers. And you know what's so dumb about Joe? I sat here and I thought I said, you know what's fucked up? Like, because what Joe said, he said, I probably overpaid y'all something. What's fucked up?
No, he said he was overpaying them.
So what's fucked up is Joe could have actually been overpaying them and everything could be correct. But Joe being Joe, just probably just don't want to give up the fucking number. And it's just like, you could have just been like, told y'all. Like, but you want to be Joe. Like, it's just, it's just bad. Like, we here on air to let y'all know, like, right off back, everything we do, Culture Conversations, is getting split down the middle. And now, if you come in after us, let's say we need somebody comes in and y'all start helping us edit for us or something. No, y'all will not get 50-50. We will get, because this is our product.
By the way, we wouldn't mind somebody that wants to edit.
We wouldn't. That's why I'm putting it out there. That's why I just don't want you to come in here with expectations like 33, 33, 33. Because you part of the team, but you got to take your chunk. You got to take your cut. We started this. We've been out here for a year, going on 2. We watched all these podcasts get shot in the head and fall right down. Everybody, when this shit got hot about a year or 2 ago, everybody starting these podcasts. Niggas last for 10 fucking episodes.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, I know at least 6 other people that I went to college with and just known through the grapevine that started podcasts. I only know one that's been consistent.
Us.
Besides us. And that's 6 off the top of my head. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I know hella people with podcasts that they just wasn't consistent.
Like, that should have like a podcast graveyard Instagram. Because so many of them now follow. I go on there, there's no picture uploaded in months, and
I'll be like, let me say shit. I'm like, damn, your last shit was in 2019.
They had their first initial thrust of energy, then they hit those humps, like we was hitting, because niggas don't know how much shit we had to figure out to go through and record this. Even now, we going through shit. We trying to figure out, start recording this shit right now at motherfucking 4. We ain't never recorded this fucking early at 3 p.m. unless I came to his house when we first started, when we was in the cars and shit. But other than that, man. We still working it out, but we still figure it out. Like, if he's too busy, then I just record one of y'all on there, listeners. And if not, if I'm too busy, he record. And I was also gonna say, while we here and we talking about associating ourselves with other people, I'm on the PlayStation Store right now. Where the fuck is this game at? And the other reason why I mentioned it on here, Gamecast, is because we're going to make a post and we're going to probably set a time and a date. And if y'all want to play with us, y'all come play with us. We probably won't. He can record if he wants to. One of us going to record the shit. And then we'll post it on Cultural Conversations and y'all play with us. So we're going to drop the post. Again, we're going to make a post with a picture of this game that he going to tell. What's the name of the game again?
Knockout City.
It's on PlayStation. If you got Xbox, I don't want to tell you stop listening to us, but you need to come on.
Well, you need to come on, but it's cross-platform. You can play with anybody.
Okay,
you can play, and you could take your account through your Switch and stuff like that too. So if you want to,
everybody, Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, come play with us. We're gonna drop the post of the game on our Instagram. Now add us on PlayStation. I'm seeing my PlayStation right now.
Damn, it might have to be like a Sunday night, this weekend. Week. Well, actually, it could be tomorrow. It could be tomorrow. It could be Sunday night or tomorrow. I don't know if you're busy. We'll figure it out.
I'm free both nights. My PlayStation is Steph Darius, the same as everything. STPHDURRY. What's your PlayStation?
L2 Real. L2 Real.
ILL.
The number 2 Real.
That's what I was going to say.
REAL.
So okay. So we're gonna be playing that with y'all. We're gonna be doing more events like that. Anywho, also while we talking about podcasts and gaming, if there's anybody listening to podcasts that game, I'm just putting this out there right now. Whatever game y'all got that's 2v2, we willing to play y'all niggas in. I don't give a fuck what it is, we will play y'all niggas in. just cause we talk about we gamers and shit like that, and we will play. Y'all niggas pull up with that new MLB. I hate to play it, but I'll play y'all niggas. Well, we gotta have it. First of all, we gotta have it. First of all, we gotta have the game. So let's just say that we gotta have the game. I'm not going to get MLB. You know what I'm saying? We got regular shit, little Destiny, little Call of Duty here and there, 2K,
Destiny, Call of Duty, you know Mortal Kombat, 10.
Okay. Back. Fuck. I can't move that efficiently. I'm trying to move efficiently, but my fucking phone froze. So Joe Budden, man, their podcast was so dumb. That's a lot of money on the table.
Oh, it's so much money, I know. And bro, what's messed up is the shit with the Ice and Ish shit could have been fire. Like, excuse me for that. Him and Ice and Ish, they got a good vibe, and I think that's how it used to be with Rory and Mal, and it just died over time. Damn, I don't know what got me sneezing. But and then you throw in Olivia Dope with the allegations. It's like now he lost his Cash App sponsorship. Like his shit is crumbling, and at this point, it's like Ice and Ish finna get the short end of the stick because one, I know he's not paying him like he was paying Rory and Mal, and two, I'm sure Joe is finna lose a hell of female followers because of this shit with Olivia Dope. Excuse me. What?
No, go ahead. I was letting you go.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, Olivia Dope was the third person that was on the See the Thing Is podcast, which is under the Joe Budden Network. And she quit after he was sexually harassing her on the episode, which is a question I want to bring to you. It's a fine line. Don't you think it's a fine line between flirting and sexual harassment? Because if she liked him, would she have said this?
Yeah, I mean, that's why sexual harassment, because the key word is unwanted.
Yep.
Our journey is the key word is unwanted. That's why, like, you go to job interviews, they be like, any unwanted attention or verbal, any unwanted what the fuck? I want to get it right.
Unwanted attention, or
yeah, you can. Let's just say attention, because I know they say, but they say unwanted. They don't say if it's wanted, then it could. But if it's unwanted, then the thing about it being unwanted.
But that ain't that kind of it's not unfair, bro. But I feel like the way you treat it is what matters. Like, if she wasn't interested, she could have been like, Joe, I was really uncomfortable. I'm not on that. Can you please not ever do that? I believe he would have been like, I'm sorry.
Did she say she ever told him?
No, she just quit the show. And then 3 months later, however long it's been, she's saying he was harassing her. And she didn't like it.
What exactly did he do?
He kept saying,
for context,
they edited out. He said about 2 times in the episode that he wanted to fuck her. He said that on there, they edit. Yeah, that's wild. Even if she liked it, that's still wild. Even if she liked him, that's why I'm like, you still pushed it because of what you said. He said that while they was recording. Then he was like, she's keeping y'all afloat because she dresses sexy and y'all don't. The other two, and then he did an on-air hug, and when he hugged, she did the distance, and he kind of was grinding his hips, and you could see it in camera. So it's clear as day he was flirting with her. And he said bro.
That's not flirting.
Yeah, well,
that's excessive.
It's excessive as fuck. So, because I feel like if you did like her, you hurt your chance if she was interested.
Yeah, but not only that, like, flirting is just you cute or a little jab. Like, Joe is throwing
it out there.
So like it's just like you gotta look at what kind of woman you are. Like, some women, you got some women that you fuck up once, even in a regular relationship. No, none of this crazy shit Joe did. They're out of there. They like, no more worth. I'm not even gonna argue with you. I'm gone. You know what? Yeah. You gonna text me and I'm just not gonna respond because you blocked. It's just like she might have that same energy. She might just be like, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to put up a fight with this. I'm just gone, and that's it. Now her bringing it up later. I mean, I don't know.
It's just the timing is so It's like, it's not that I'm not saying you shouldn't wait. She probably just feels
safe now, as I think.
Maybe she feels safe because he did have a lot of backing.
He's powerless right now. He's
powerless. He really is. He made himself look bad. But I'm not saying she shouldn't have been uncomfortable or anything of that. I'm just sitting here like, the thing is, if I flirted with somebody that I was working with, it wouldn't have been that strong. But I feel like if they was to say I was harassing them, I really... What if, are you gonna be wrong? Because does the context of what you said matter?
Yeah,
like, if I approached a girl at my job that I didn't know if she was interested or not, I'd be like, I think you're really attractive. Can I get your number?
That's different.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. That's acceptable. It's like, let me try and give another example of something.
Like, but what if she goes to HR and say that she didn't like that? Would I get in trouble?
No, you wouldn't get fired because you didn't really do nothing disrespectful. What HR would probably do is the most she can do is say, "Hey, he tried to holler at me, and I didn't like it." HR probably say this happened. You be like, "Oh yeah, I did say that she looked nice, but I left it alone and I remained cordial at work." You know what I'm saying? Right. But going straight to that is just, that's almost like this. Yeah. That's almost like let me see. I want to say that if you could break down a difference for like a punch and like it's just that Joe it's just
windmills.
Like it's just like no, I was gonna say like a weapon. Like Joe actually that's like
he pulled out a grenade launcher.
Yeah, he definitely pulled out
a knife fight.
Yeah, he did. Because that's just like clear. That's one of the clear ones. That's just like you just gotta go. You just can't tell nobody you want to fuck them. You can't, no matter how good they look. You can't just be like, yo, I will fuck, and then you do it twice, and then you my employer at that. You talking about
that's the thing too. Versus if he was a coworker.
Yeah,
she probably was super. No, but I'm saying she probably was just super not with it at that point. It's like, okay, he did all this. He probably gonna take advantage of me somehow in the future, working for him.
Yeah, see,
under him or whatever.
Yeah, Joe has so much power, man. Who knows what Joe? And then he's arrogant. His whole attitude. Who knows what Joe could have did? You know what I'm saying? But with that even being said, I don't know if you ever worked at a job that you hated so much. And like you could complain to management, but then you find out management is the problem. So it's like, man, what the fuck I'm gonna do? Like you just That's how millennials like they are now. When millennials go to job, like, no, I'm not staying here. What the fuck? I'm gonna complain to you? You don't help nobody here. I'm not. No, I'm gone. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know who you gonna complain to. What you gonna tell your colleague? Hey, you know, have you ever did this to you? Let's team up. Let's get it.
That's your best bet at that point. That's your best bet.
You better hope he said some other shit like that to somebody else, you know. But
I don't know what's in store for him. I mean, he's still running the Joe Budden podcast. I don't know how comfortable Ice and Ish are at this point. Like, y'all are good, but it's like now y'all got to sit there with this man that was sexually harassing a girl and telling his friends fuck you and to calling them.
How do you even feel comfortable working with somebody like that?
Yeah, it's like, just like is that, and these supposed to be your people, not employees. They your people. Like fuck the podcast. These your friends, and you're fired. You're not welcome back. First of all that shit was extra. That was unnecessary as fuck. Like we don't even need to know all this shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just and honestly, G, Rory and Mal ain't innocent because they clearly let this go on. They said for 3 years or something they ain't seen no numbers.
Yeah. But
that means y'all bro, but this is what happens. Like if we friends, say we start breaking real bread, bro, I'm not scared to talk to you about money. And I know you're not finna shake me. Like
they have tried to talk to him. They said they tried to talk to him multiple times, and they said Joe would even sometimes be like, yeah, and then they'll be like, okay. And they'll wait, and then Joe still don't prove. And they said Joe tried to date him,
but they let it go on for so long.
Because one, you gotta think about it. It's so much money involved, right? Like for them, they got other shit they can go do. Like they got other shit they can go do. Joe, I don't know how much he can do.
He don't have that much to do outside the media.
So for Joe, why I think it's so stupid is because like, okay, you gonna throw them out now. The bag is gonna be a whole lot less than what it was. Because whoever you bring on there, unless you bring some fucking star, I don't know who you could bring on there. You know what I'm saying? Even though
to be honest, the thing is, say if he didn't taint his name, Ice and Ish do make the show better, and that's just being objective.
Yeah, I don't listen
to the show. The show is better.
Yeah, I don't listen to the show.
No, I enjoy it way more with them on it, but it's because their vibe has been off, though. That's why.
I will say, after Joe did that, even before they even had this, Rory and Mal said what they said. It was people like on my timeline, like my homeboy Jordan. They was like, oh, I'm not listening to this shit no more. I'm completely done with this dude. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was weak, though. It was weak.
The way he did that shit. But as far as Rory and Mal, I mean, I don't really blame them for. I can't really blame them. They're trying to keep something afloat. They know the value in it, so they're not just trying to say, oh, fuck, because they're trying to give Joe his time. You know, Joe, they just need Joe to do what he needs to do, but Joe not doing it. So, like, what do you do at that point? Do you just quit? You know what I'm saying? Or you can just sit around and hope this nigga finally, and then now, since they've been hoping, and then it made the vibe get bad, now they finally had to say something. You know, you could keep sweeping it under the rug because you know the value behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah, that's true, because they know they was getting money.
A lot of shows do that, matter of fact. What the fuck? Martin Lawrence, The Martin Show. You see how long they swept the shit under the rug and come out here, they're like, oh, Martin was harassing Tisha Campbell. That's why the show ended up going off, because he was just saying this kind of comments to her and this and that. Like, niggas will sweep some shit. It's like, what they be saying? Like, you ever been a part of something that's bigger than you? That type of shit. It's like, some shit you'll just be like, I'm gonna just wait and see where this go. And by Rory and Mal having the kind of personality they have, which is the friendship thing, not the friendship, which is them trying to run it, like I said, because they know the value in it. They're just like, I just need this dude to act right. Joe, all we need you to do, could you imagine? All you need is one person to act right and everything is okay. You're not gonna really be like, I'm gonna blow this shit up. Or you might, you know, be like, I don't like this. But, you know, it's not like they was like poor, but I just now wonder what the fuck the numbers was for Joe to even be hiding it, because they did say they found the $400,000 discrepancy,
and they weren't accused of stealing either. No, they weren't saying, they didn't feel like he was stealing it, but you acting funny about it, I guess, because what Joe's explanation is, you know, whether it's if say you don't have, your issue isn't with me because I'm not the one actually crunching numbers. I employed the accounting company. I employed them and I trust them. So now that's an indictment on my choice of the, you know, so I'm like, it's like, yeah, you trust them, but that don't make them perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't mean they can't fuck up sometimes. He's like, they've been doing this for years and years. And that's why, like Ice and Ish, they put them out on that too. There's like, well, that could also work. That can also work against them. Just because they've been working with celebrities for years and years, they might be good at shaking people, especially with us knowing how, you know, artists and stuff have been done in the 90s and shit like that. People getting their money took. So he's like, it also, he's like, you feel like you can trust them because they've been doing it for a long time. You cannot trust them because they might know how to do it and get over.
Listen, I'm paying somebody to take control of, nigga, I look at my bank account and I don't even pay to have a bank account. And if something's wrong, I'm calling Bank of America in the instance. Like, I can't imagine having that much money. You got that much comfort. It's just not gonna happen. And like,
I just can't.
No, I was only saying because, like, if you got 2 out of 3 people, like, regardless how irritated I would be,
3 out of 4.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 people telling you like, hey, just check this. No matter how irritated I am,
I
would just be like, I'll be like, just fuck it, y'all want, just do it. You know what I'm saying? And hope, and I will hope nothing come back, so I can be like, see, told you we can trust them. Now, if something come back, now I'd be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like you doing any manpower. All you doing is saying, hey, yo, I just need you to send me this report or double check this. That's all. Or
you ain't the one that got to sit there and figure it out and all that shit. You're not doing that. So I don't know. And then they had arguing about if it's good enough to put on an Excel spreadsheet. Rory's like, no, I've never seen the accounting on an Excel spreadsheet. Joe's like, oh, all my people said they do it on Excel spreadsheets. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, that's
I don't even know.
I think they had shit.
I know what it is, but I don't know how much you need it or don't need it.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm like, to me, it seems valid, but Rory's like, no, everybody I talk to say you don't send accounting on an Excel spreadsheet. And I'm like, well, why not? Why is that a bad thing? Whatever. But and Joe was like, they all send them on account spreadsheets. So it's like, now y'all just, it's a dick swinging contest of who got better people and who knows what's supposed to happen. Right. I think that they let their friendship supersede the business, and now you don't have either one. And Rory said that on See the Thing Is.
What you mean?
Rory on See the Thing Is, he said, he was like, when you do business with friends, you can either end the business and keep the friendship, or you can continue the business and lose both. He said that. And now look what's happened. That's exactly what happened. And he was talking about their situation. That's for certain. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely talking about it. So, but yeah, Joe is sick. Like,
because he noticed that
he's sick. G, he's sick. Something wrong with him. I don't know what the fuck it is, because even the apology, I'm just like, yeah, you apologizing, bro, but it's like you're apologizing, talking about, you know, this is all new. We don't know what we're doing, but that was you claim you knew what you was doing when you turned down the Spotify deal. Yeah, that's when it came to a head. Like, I think everything else, they was probably letting shit ride. And the Spotify deal was, apparently Joe says the deal was for him, and he had an NDA that he couldn't disclose the information of the specifics of the contract. So Ish was like, well, don't you see the issue in that? He was like, that means you had to deal with Spotify. Rory and Mal didn't. If they can't know the numbers, that means they wasn't a part of it. And how does that look? They work with you, not for you. Joe is presenting this like they work for him. Yeah. Even if he gets more of a percentage off the podcast, which he probably do, that don't mean they work for you, though. Yeah. That don't mean they work for you just because they don't make as much.
Yeah. Man, I done sat here and I had day visions of like some nigga was like, yeah, I want to put Steph Stash on, or not Steph Stash. It was something. It was like a TikTok or something. It was like, I don't want to put this on. I was like, well, you got to bring him too. And I was talking about it. I was like, you got to bring him too. Like, it's just like, for one, like, regardless of what these people in front of you telling you, you got to know, like, your worth and your value. That's why a lot of these people not signing record contracts, because they know they like, you going to give me that. Then I could go do this and make that right there. So the thing is, it's like he knew his value. For what I'm saying is, when he got in that room and they said, we want to sign you, Joe, Joe could have easily said, well, I don't perform without them. Now, he ain't even had to say, like, I need them. He could have been like, well, they are part of the shit. Like, what about them?
Yep.
Or, like, what can you put something in writing for them? Because, we are our one whole energy. We want synergy together.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So even if you want to pay me 60 and get them 20 and 20, put it in writing so they know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it looks fair on my half too. So you holding up your half as a friend, and I think as a business person, because how you gonna conduct business? As we can see, I don't see no right way of him firing them. Even if Joe would have showed them, he's like, you know what? Let's say Joe showed them the numbers, right? And he was like, I ain't like the percentage that I ain't want to give up that much money. So y'all gonna do your own thing. I'm gonna just do this by myself. I still think a lot of people would be like, that's kind of whack. It's like, because they help build so much. Like, even, like, all of them said, like, they said when Joe first started, he was talking about, like, what, sex stories or some shit or something like that.
You know what's funny? After all this, I went back and listened to the first episodes. Well, I tried to. It was hard, though. I couldn't even do it. The first couple
The audio was bad?
Nah, just the conversation was bad.
See what I'm saying? So imagine Joe by himself. He needs them. Without them, as much, like you said, I don't even get why the name of it is the Joe Budden Podcast. As much as his name is on there and he think he this big, without them, where you at, Joe? Because you don't got that many rap stories. He said, and
nobody is gonna listen to you when only you talk, or you have guests.
You not.
No.
Because you got niggas like me that just straight up and down, just as soon as Joe talk, I don't want to hear this shit. Because
you be like, fuck that.
Yeah, because what happens is a lot of people like I just realized I would have been listening once I found out who Maul was, because I'm like, he really checking this nigga. Like, he ain't having this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I know you told me that, but, like, I watched Maul for myself, because looking at Maul, I didn't think he was that hood. I just, like, I looked at him like, he just somebody that knows slang. But, like, I listened to him.
No, he seemed like a real nigga. He be hating sometimes, but overall, Maul is a real nigga.
Yeah. So Joe,
and they be trying to, and Joe be trying to make him like trip over himself, but Maul know what the fuck he be talking about though.
Yeah, so it's just like shit. Who else? A lot of these shows, you take away 106 in Park, no matter how many times they played the same motherfucking video over and over, you knew it was number one. It was some niggas that was number
AJ
one.
And Free.
Yep, you will watch it. As soon as that changed, what happened? It's just on. Like now it's off the air. So stop, like, you gotta stop acting like you don't know your pieces. Like, for one, one when I was talking about, to be honest, when Charlamagne was at the thing with the Breakfast Club, and it was like, I don't know if he signed. Honestly, if he would known, I wouldn't watch that shit no more. If it was no more Charlamagne.
Oh yeah, they talked about that on one of the podcasts I listened to. There's like, everybody goes to the Breakfast Club for Charlamagne, and then it was like, that's just what it is. Like, and I think, but what's funny is, we go to the Joe Budden podcast, and maybe not you, we go for Joe, but we go for what people are going to give Joe back. Yeah. Like, that's why I said I like Ice and Ish, because they don't be going for him at all. And that's what I really like. If it's just Joe, no. You know what I'm saying? And people go for Charlamagne and his entertainment and his jokes and his, everything, his intellect. But, they still work well together, but he got to be there. But Joe, you're not Charlamagne. And I don't know if you think you are, but you're not. You need those pieces. You need them. They're not going to follow you.
They're not.
That's why you needed Rory to stay when he came on. That's why when Maul stayed, he stayed.
Charlamagne is probably one of the only figures, like his whole posse he got with him right now. He picked the right people. Those are all people that conduct all this shit. Like, he picked up Andrew first, his first person. What Andrew doing? Successful podcast, all by. It's only certain people that can do that. Yep. Joe cannot do that.
He can't do that.
Joe don't got
even State of the Culture. It wasn't because of him. It was because of him and academics. It's not Joe. No, Joe, you can't do it alone. And I don't know what you think this is.
Joe got off that show and that shit kept running like a kept running like fuck.
Like right, it kept going.
They ain't missed no views or nothing. So Joe ain't on here no more. Cool.
So I'm just on like, and Wayne, right? And I fuck with Wayno. So you know what I'm saying, bro. You not the act that you think you are. So he life. I don't know if this ain't life kicking him in the ass. I don't know what to do with at this.
But
point.
They were saying it on them little Love and Hip Hop shows about fucking Joe Budden, because when he was dating that girl Takara, somebody used to watch that shit in my house, and they
Tahari,
yeah, and he used to always be talking about like how Joe be tripping, Tahiri, Joe be tripping, Joe on drugs, and Joe got like what they call, they say it was bipolar, like. So that's you know, that ultimately hearing a lot about Joe, because I didn't watch that, but I started seeing little shit, like I seen him chase the dude by his car. I used to hear him.
Well, they was harassing him.
Yeah, they was, but Joe is just like, I feel what the fuck.
No, it just adds up. It adds up.
It's just like, it's just Joe being. When I see it, I'm like, that's just Joe being Joe. Like, I'm not about to chase no fan down the street, man. For what? So you gonna punch him and get sued? I think
he wanted to look tough.
Yeah, everything is going. The second you take off and you chase this nigga, and the second you lay a hand on, it's over with. Now you get sued. All type of shit. It's just Joe just don't be thinking, man. He just be being Joe, man. Like,
acting. He be acting first. Man, and that's what screaming and Rory on there was not the move. That shit was stupid. It was foul. It was foul.
Joe Budden is one of the people that, like, if he get beat up, he still don't learn his lesson. he gonna just
he claim he do, but he don't act like it.
No, it ain't gonna keep doing the same destructive shit.
He claim he do, cause what, Raekwon bust him in his eye?
I didn't know that, but then
you ain't know that. Yeah, Raekwon, he was G is still on his YouTube. You can go look right now. One of his I don't know. It's on his YouTube page. He sitting there with a camera holding the ice on his eye. I'm not trying to bitch him, but like he got hit and he claimed he learned his lesson, but
you know why
he don't act like it. I don't remember the real. I think they was talking shit. You know, he was young.
Yeah.
He was young.
But okay. Outside of Joe Budden, I just wanted to touch up on this. When I say something about this, I know you don't, but I don't either. My barber, like, he had this whole thing, and he was like, "Y'all need to tip y'all barbers," and I was like, "No." And the reason why,
first of all, I didn't even know that was the thing. Yeah, I ain't got a haircut in a while, but even then, I never tipped. It's
not as heavy as a like tipping a waitress. But back in the day, they did it. I never in my life did it. I didn't learn about it till I was like 19. But anyway, I told him, I said, "Bro, just raise the price of your haircut." And he was like, "Nah, niggas don't tip." And I was like, "I'm just trying to see if I'm wild." Because I was like, bro,
if that's how you feel, raise the price.
Yeah, I'm never going to tell you, give me a bargain. Niggas is just going to
pay the price.
Yeah. I'm not going to ask for no bargain, but the second you say tip, I'm not really tipping you.
I'm not going to tip you.
30 that you asked for.
And like when you think about, bro, unless you did something to accommodate me.
Yeah. Yeah, he is a good barber. I will get him. He is a good barber.
Perfectly fine.
He does.
He in a shop or no?
He had a shop, yeah. He had a shop. Okay. He does fine. But like I told him, I said, even with that, I said, dude, I don't know how you think you're gonna pick up a tip culture up in here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell him that, but I was like, you're not gonna never pick up no tip culture in the barber community.
Does he do anything exceptional outside of cutting your hair while you're getting that experience? Does he give you great conversation? Does he rub your neck a little bit? Does he massage your shoulders? Does he touch your chest? Does he touch your chest? I'm like, he just keeps saying no.
Nah, he don't do none of that shit.
Damn, he don't rub your head, love it.
Nah, man. Fuck nah, man. He's just a good barber. You know what I'm saying? And that's like me. I don't be telling no nigga like, "Hey man, I did this and this and this extra on your shoe. You know, you should hit me." I don't do that. I just tell you the fucking price and that's it.
Right, that's it, man.
Now I don't have change. I want y'all to know that I don't have change, and that you better come with that cash app or Zelle or something. I don't have change. I don't have cash. It's not the book.
Yeah, you don't
so like,
cash,
if you be like, "Well, here go $10," and I ain't had change, and that's your tip. That's fine. You know, I'm not going to the grocery store to get you change, but I don't be asking niggas for no tip, man. The only people, like I said, I tip religiously is the waitresses. I try to do that. I mean, everybody got the whole argument like, why you pick that job? And you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's something I don't think we gonna be able to. I don't know how we even gonna change the whole culture because I do think that they should just pay them more money, and I think the tip should be just extra. But I don't know how we flip that.
You shouldn't. That awkward tipping moment is just annoying. And then they be like, well, sit your ass home and don't eat. It's like, I had enough money to come out and eat tonight. That's why I did it. Yeah. And it didn't include tipping you. And I'm not a shitty person when it comes to tipping, but I tip what I want when I want. And that's just, I don't give a fuck how you feel.
Shit.
I don't do that 10% shit. Bro, the concept is ridiculous anyway. And the waitresses that would do it, they be like, you $1 bill and only tip $2. But what if you just brought me my fucking food once and I never bothered you? Yeah. Why is it the fact that I spit more money? Why does that contribute to what you're getting if you didn't have to do work?
As long as you tip
the tip is based off what you did. Yeah, the tip, I thought that's what a tip was. It's like your work ethic. But the fact that I ordered the most expensive thing for 2 people and my bill is high and we didn't even bother you, why is it that I have to match a percentage?
Yeah. My tip is always $5 or $10.
it's like whatever you got or whatever.
5 or 10. Yep. Now the 10 is the ones that I'll be like, I like them. I like him. Well, I like
them. Yeah.
We went to this black on breakfast place called Love in the Blue. I had got shrimp and grits there.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. And that shit was it was good, and I liked the waitress. And plus, on top of that, like I had cash. Like what I was gonna spend was cash. I was like, yeah, this is dead money. So the lady was like, it was right after Wichita won his trial. Minnesota. Oh fuck! How
Derek Chauvin was guilty.
Yeah. So she was like 10% on everything. So 10% on everybody tab. So I was like, I just give them 10. So I was gonna give them 5. The 10% ain't do nothing but take 5. I just give them 10. So I gave them 10.
Oh yeah. See what I was gonna say? I went to what's the place? Sean? No, the place you always talking about. What's the name? No, the name the Oxtails.
Oh, Mandy's?
Yes, I went on Mother's Day. Yeah. And you know, my sister cool with the owner. Mm-hmm. And me and my lady, we was at the bar and she had free sample shots ready for people that came up to the bar. She gave us free shots. We got our drinks and she made a mistake on the flavor I wanted. So she was like, I can make you one. I'm like, no, it's all good. Like, don't worry about it. I'll just drink this one. She still gave me the other drink and she was like, you can have this one. And so she gave me 2 drinks, but wasn't going to charge me. Boy, I gave her all the cash I got. I'm like,
get that tip.
This is what you do. Yeah. This is how you get tips. I was going to tip you, but I was like, I was going to give her like 5. And I was like, I give her 15. I gave her like 15 or 20 or 10 or something like that. And I was going to give her 5. So I'm like, this is how you get tips. You got to do something extra than just your job.
Yeah. So how did y'all like Mandy's though?
Oh, that shit was fire.
What you get?
That shit was fire. I got oxtails and
that shit's so good, ain't it?
That shit was good. Yeah, hey. I never had oxtails, so I was like, I need to try it.
Yeah.
So that shit was good.
Get?
I think she got some fish, and she liked her food. She liked her food though. She loved her food. I think she got fish though.
And that shit filling. Yeah. Like when I got that, when I be coming home with the trays, 2 trays, the fucking bag be so heavy. Like you would look at the oxtails and you would look at like the big 3 or something. You be like, what is? Then you get to buy the second one. You like, damn, this a lot of meat. Like,
gee, that shit was good. I was like,
rice and gravy.
It reminded me when I used to eat pig feet. It don't taste like it, but it was just the feeling.
Yeah, it do got that fat feeling. It do got that. Yeah. When you rip it off, they got that fat. That shit, though. That's why every time I go, I get the oxtails, big fella.
Yeah, gee, that shit was good. And I had got greens and the sweet potatoes, and that shit was good. All that shit was good.
That's why I stay going whenever special occasion. Was it busy in there? And I like that new location. It was nice as fuck up in there, wasn't it?
Nice as fuck.
Yeah, it's nice in there. Shout out to Mandy's up in Bolingbrook, Soul Food, Mandy's Soul. I'm letting y'all know, nigga, I stay 45 minutes away from there. I work by there. And I drive there, and I come back. Get the pack and bring it back.
We drove 35 minutes to get it.
Yeah. Who else did y'all? It was just y'all two?
No, we was at my sister's crib for Mother's Day, so my OG was there.
So Mom Dukes ate the Mandy's too?
Yeah, she had it too. She loved that shit too.
Yeah, Look,
that shit was fire. Shout out to Mandy's, man.
Yeah, shout out to Mandy's, man. That shit fire. That's my favorite soul food place in the whole Chicago land, nigga. But outside of that, we was gonna talk about Chicago shit. Lil Reese, this nigga Lil Reese. Lil Reese is out here with a flank jacket on. Lil Reese has a bulletproof vest.
Yeah, man, he got all the perks, man. He got all the perks.
Every perk on Call of Duty. This nigga got Juggernaut. This nigga got speed. This nigga got every
shit.
You cannot kill Lil Reese. Listen, he is the final boss of Chicago. If you from New York and you come here and even if you defeat Chief Keef, you still gotta beat Lil Reese.
Lil Reese.
I don't know. Y'all didn't try to take Lil Reese's voice away. Back talking on y'all niggas. Y'all try to take my nigga sight away. Seeing all the ops on y'all niggas. Look, y'all gonna try and take my nigga ears away, but it's not gonna fucking work. It's not gonna fucking look. Somebody was in Lil Reese shit. What they say? They commented on they messaged him. I was like, man, I know you slid right back on them niggas. He's like, man, sure, if you don't get your goofy ass out my hand.
That's what he said?
Yeah. And I better stop playing with Lil Reese, man. Real talk. Hey, you know what's funny? The dude that was on the ground that had the patches in his head, I think he be in skin bone videos. I was just watching a whole bunch of skin bone videos.
You're going to have to send me one if you think you saw him. You're going to have to send me one. Where did he get shot? Because he looked fine. Besides his face, where did he get shot? Because they said the other person got shot twice in the knees and the other one in their body.
The knees. Ooh.
Yes. They said there was 3 people. They said Reese was the eye. They said one had multiple wounds to the body and the other one was in their knees. So and he looked fine besides his face. So I was confused.
They said, I think he just got grazed though, probably.
Where? He was walking?
Well, you know, my cousin got grazed.
His knees, because Reese was the eye.
That's what I'm saying. I thought, you talking about Reese or you talking about dude on the ground?
The other dude.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what he got. Because I just seen his mouth was cut and he was like, they shot me. And I was like, I don't know where he got shot.
Well, you got shot.
Blood, exactly. The only blood was in your mouth, like you're saying. They fucked him up, though. Yeah. They fucked him up. You shouldn't have stole that car. I'm here to let y'all niggas know right now. A lot of these cars got GPS. They're going to find your shit right away.
Yeah, so stop stealing cars. This is a waste of everybody's fucking time.
This is not 1992. I don't know if you ever seen New Jersey Drive, but this is not New Jersey Drive. This on New Jersey Drive is just a bunch of badass kids that are stealing cars and shit. Like there's an old movie with that when car theft was hot in New Jersey. Look, you're not getting away with that shit no more. You got niggas riding around with guns. Say you try to take it out, you're gonna die. You got niggas riding around that's not stupid. The second you tuck on the car door, they're gonna peel off.
Yeah, And now can't you call the people in your car could just shut down and shit like that?
Yeah.
All that, man. Stop stealing fucking cars, bro. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. If you really need something, you better off breaking into it. Don't do that either. But shit, at this point, I'd rather you break into my car than take it.
Yeah, and I'm here to let you guys know as well. Breaking in cars is stupid.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
If somebody broke in your car right now, what would they get? Let's play. If somebody broke in our car right now, what would they get? If somebody
they would get the best thing they could get is some jumper cables.
Wise choice, Steve. Wise choice.
That's the best. That's probably the most
valuable thing you got.
Valuable thing and you would get out of my car.
y'all better break your mind.
No. My adapter for my iPhone. So I don't have the aux. Yeah.
Oh shit. The ones that come missing all the time. Your shit
the ones people lose.
Take that for sure. You breaking my car, you're gonna hit the lottery because I got an aux cord, jumper cable, and a $10 air pump. So Troy, you break the window, you get in there, you gotta find it because it's not in the back. You gotta get the trunk open. Hopefully I don't hear you. But, get your money, man. I'm just here to let you know, like, there's nothing in nobody's car. It's not, especially parents. It ain't shit in the car but leftover food that the kids dropped in car seats. Baby stuff. That's it. Do not break in no car. You'll be wasting your time and putting your life in jeopardy because if you're in somebody's yard, you better hope. Even if they don't have a gun, they're going to still try to kill you. So,
but also I don't like that people was too quick to say he stole the car because it's looking like he didn't. I don't know what's true.
The reason why I said it was because they said there's like a car theft. There's like car.
Yeah.
The car got stolen.
The car was stolen and Lil Reese got shot.
They didn't say who stole it until afterwards. You know what I'm saying? But there was like the people he was with stole it. So in my mind, I'm like, this is literally what I thought. I'm thinking it's a stolen car. I didn't think Lil Reese was like behind the wheel and probably was like, give me your car. I just knew Lil Reese was in the car. So in my head, I'm just like, I don't know if he
running with niggas stealing cars.
That's why I finna break down. I was gonna say, one, I know Lil Reese is not dumb enough to just be riding in hot cars for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just like, he probably was winning when they stole it. Cause what you gonna do? Be like, yeah, y'all come pick me up in that stolen vehicle. I'm worth all this money. I'm Lil Reese.
Supposedly he was buying weed off niggas that stole a car.
That's what they were saying. But where was they upstairs from? A hotel? Downstairs
it was
from
a parking garage. It was a parking
they
garage.
They didn't say, so he had to be with them. Cause it's like,
I think it was a meeting place. And they just, that could possibly. And they was like, let's go up to the 3rd floor or whatever. How unfortunate that is for Lil Reese for him to be. That's what I'm like. Say if you really, if he was really just buying weed, bro, to get lumped up and shot for buying weed, bro. If that don't tell you to chill,
that's unfortunate,
man. And that is fucked up though because you didn't do shit. If you didn't do shit, so you know what I'm saying.
Ooh, imagine that.
And that's what hurt me too.
You
I'm like,
going to get weed and you just see niggas start shooting at you.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't know why. It's because these niggas stole this fucking car.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying.
You said young boy got 9 baby mamas.
I think it's 6, but 9 babies. I think that's what happened.
That's too many.
I think it's 6, but 9 babies.
Anything over 1 is too many fucking kids.
And I was in a very heated debate with somebody under a status that was trying to say that you can't judge his parenting. Somebody was making a point that you can't be a very effective parent with 9 kids across 6 women. She didn't say you ain't shit as a father. She said you're gonna miss out on shit as a parent.
Hours in a day.
It's so many hours in a day, and you can't live at every house. So it's just like she was just pointing out that this is out of hand because you can't be an effective parent across 6 homes. Yeah, and that's all she was saying. And the girl and I'm. Yeah, what he do? He got Isaiah by one woman?
No, hell no. But he got all his kids though.
He got his kids live with him.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So unless you pull one of those.
Yeah.
So and you know, young boy not doing that. He's too young. Yeah. So she was pointing that out, and somebody was on there like, you can't judge his parenting because you don't know anything. It's like she's like, you don't have to know anything about his parenting to know that he can't be an effective parent across 6.
She just shut the fuck up.
Women.
He's gonna miss out on
the shit went to like 300 comments. G, it was ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm sorry, young man, I didn't mean it like that, but it just honestly, like, there is no way you can be at every student teacher conference, especially if they're not in the same state.
You can be the best parent on earth. Somebody's gonna feel left out. You still got that demanding
ass career, man. Come on.
You're a fucking celebrity rapper. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
He's a it's not even. If he was an everyday person, he has a better chance. But you a famous rapper? No.
Listen, you got niggas like basketball players, right? That have quit playing basketball, retired because it was too much strain on it. Like Dwayne Wade, he could still have played basketball. He came in the same year as LeBron. What you see him doing? Spending all that time with his family. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, like, fuck no, there's no way. Like, he had to quit because of his career. And his career is not even like, why his shit is all year. Dwayne Wade played basketball for like 5 months. And the rest of the day, he can be at home.
He could chill, right?
5 months, he be at home sometime. And he still, you know, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to go ahead and chill out. I'm going to make, what did he do as soon as he quit? Make a baby. Did more family shit. So there's no way you're going to be able to do that as young boy. With all these kids in different households, man. That's why you see these millionaire men, they go get their kids and they bring them to live with them. Because you can't do that shit. Spread all around. Like Dwayne, his kids, they came to live with him. They could have lived with mom, but he like, nah, I'm gonna keep you gotta be effective. That's how you be effective. Have them with you. So
it was ridiculous. Like I don't know what kind of dad he is. I'm not gonna say he a deadbeat. It was like two people. Everybody else was like, these people retarded. Like, it was like 2 people, and then this nigga came under there trying to lick her sack and shit. Like, he was like, yeah, y'all sound weird as hell. Everything you know has been taught to you through white history. And it's like, y'all really just I couldn't take it, bro. I was like, y'all making me dumb. And I felt stupid arguing with them about this because it's like, he really tried to pull the, this is indoctrinated in you and all that shit. It was like, no, that's common sense. I told you because somebody made a status saying like, I don't understand how he could have 9 kids across 6 baby mamas. You can't be that good of. You can't be an effective parent like that. That's what she was saying, and it wasn't to say he is an ain't shit dad. That wasn't what she said. Because you're gonna if you're doing the best you can, you're doing the best you can. But the point is, the best you can ain't gonna work across 6 homes. That's just not. It's just not, and that's just the fact of the matter. And I'm like, statistically speaking, these kids aren't gonna be in the best position they can be, even with him having money. It ain't about just the money. Y'all think it ain't just about him giving money to them? Yeah, they're like he can afford it. Nobody said he can't afford it.
He can't even afford to clone himself. Shut the fuck up. Clone yourself 9 times, be at 9 houses, 6 houses.
Exactly.
But yeah. All right. So next we got. Which one do you want? Kwame Brown or why do women not want to let men be simple?
Kwame, because the other one is there's no time frame on that.
Yeah.
We can talk about that next time. Kwame, what you think about all that shit? What do you think?
I didn't watch all of them. I did watch them say something about Kwame, and then Kwame, the first comment he made back, well, I forgot what he said exactly. I don't even know. I just know he was just, what the fuck he say? I don't know what he said verbatim. I just watched it, but it didn't stick with me because I was just like, all right. But people have
because I guess Gilbert Arenas called him a man boy, so he talked about Gilbert.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did. What he say? He said, "When I saved you from something."
Stephen Jackson.
And he said,
what?
Now, what he say about Stephen Jackson? He be just trying to be tough.
He said Stephen Jackson is a man. He needs to grow up and pull his pants up and put the weed down. Okay. He said Matt Barnes is a little mama. Well, he called him feminine.
Now all 3 of them, I will say, GA, Matt, and Steve, they all just be trying to be tough. I don't think they punks.
Matt ain't no. I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't think they punks, not punks.
They be being exceptions. Like, well, GA, I don't know why you would be like one of the best players in Wizard history. GA was so good, he was actually one of the best point guards at that moment. The nigga threw his career away because he want to go and bring a gun to Jarvis Crevington. A fucking nobody.
Well, like he got kicked out the league or something?
Yeah, the nigga, they had a bet.
I didn't know what happened to him.
They had a bet over whatever it was. It wasn't enough. I think it was probably a couple thousand, if not $1,000, over something. And then GA won, and the dude didn't give him the money. This nigga GA brings a gun to the locker room.
Wow.
Dumb.
What type of what are you trying to prove at that point?
Dude, you making he had a fucking shoe deal. Like, I don't think people know how big people do know. GA was like, no,
he was that nigga. He was that nigga.
Yeah, and then
I remember that.
Steven Jackson, he played for a couple teams. He kept getting bounced around because his attitude is shitty. He played for the Spurs. He got kicked out, tried to punch people.
But he was part of that Pacer fight. Didn't he start the fight with that Pacer fight?
I don't think so.
He started that shit.
Somebody threw something, and then I think Ron. I
don't think Ron started. I think he just partook. I really think Steve started it. Maybe not.
I think it was Jermaine O'Neal, actually. I think it was Jermaine O'Neal.
Nah.
Yeah, I think when I watched it, I was like, damn, Jermaine O'Neal tough like that. Yeah, somebody.
I knew he was tough before that, but
Jermaine O'Neal, I ain't never seen him get tough. Like,
no, I'm thinking about Ben Wallace. I'm thinking about Ben Wallace.
Ben Wallace been tough. This big country ass, he been tough. But Jermaine O'Neal,
I really think Steven started that shit, man, and Ron and Jermaine and them just helped.
But yeah, I gotta look though. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I do know people do pick on Kwame Brown, like especially with the Jordan pictures. They say like Jordan yelled at him and shit like that. But I don't know. I do think GA is excessive. As for all of her first scene was the first one. I don't think he was really wrong on none of this shit. That he just was defending himself.
You talking about you heard what he said on All the Smoke?
No, I only seen the one comment I only watched one comment. Is the one when he said that he helped Steve Jackson and somebody, he saved them from getting in a fight or some shit, or getting robbed or something. I only seen that one, but I know he kept talking after that, and I didn't watch it.
He called him a man boy because Jordan broke his pride and stuff, and then like Steven Jackson was like something about they basically made whoever they traded, it was like a one-man trade, but it was really two, including Kwame. And he was like, well, really one. And then I guess Matt agreed or something like that. And then Matt said, I didn't even say nothing. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I just heard it, but I'm guessing maybe visually Matt did something, but he didn't say anything.
And they was joking about him. They was all happy.
Yeah, they was joking. No, they were joking about him. And it's like, I don't have a problem with him standing up for himself, but he's milking it and just talking about everybody that's saying something to the point where now you're just not even making sense.
What do you say?
Because he done got to the. He talking about Jamel Hill. He talking about Charlamagne. He talking about DJ Envy. He talking about fucking Shannon Sharp. He talking about everybody that
what they say about him.
Bro, they commenting on what he did, and now he's coming at everybody because they're just talking about it. And it's like,
what did they comment and say? They say he was stupid, or they said
Jamel Hill said that Jamel Hill said he woke up he chose violence, and he took it literal. And he's like, you said I chose violence. Do you know what violent means? It means physical. It's not blah blah. But
that's why
clearly
I'm like,
you don't know. But you know the expression like you chose violence today is just like you being aggressive. It don't literally mean you hit somebody. You know, I don't know if you know that, but that's literally an expression now.
I know.
She was saying he chose violence because but regardless, he's being literal, but she wasn't. And that's why I'm saying he's getting to the point. And then Charlamagne, I didn't like how he did it at all. I don't like what Charlamagne did, but what Kwame did back was ridiculous. Charlamagne was like, y'all need to leave Kwame alone. And then he gave that breakdown of his whole family about how his dad and his brothers and two brothers all have did violent things to women to the point where they're in jail or dead. They all, like, one of them shot a woman, one of them killed one with an axe and buried her. Is that all this stuff? And he was like, you can look all this up, but his point was stop messing with him because his family has a history of being violent. That was the point. But Charlamagne, the way he brought it up, it was like,
that was excessive.
Why did you? I was like,
you didn't even have to say that.
It was unnecessary.
Nobody needs to know that.
Nobody needs to know that because I didn't know it and now I do.
Yeah.
So it was just like, you could have gotten your point across without doing that. You could have gotten your point across without doing all that. You could have just been like, leave him alone because you don't know what people going through or what they might do.
Exactly. Especially as a mental health advocate. And like it almost seems like it's low-key bullying. It's just like
it wasn't necessary. It wasn't. And I was mad that he did it. When he said, I was like, and I watched it live, I was like, why did you do that? It was just not necessary. But I understood the point. The point was he has a history of being violent. Cool. Kwame goes on his live and he's like saying Charlamagne's a rapist and he touched women inappropriately and how did he get away with admitting it? And all of that is not true though. So I'm like, okay, I get that you're upset, but now you're just making up shit and you probably can get sued for this because you're defaming his character. Then he said DJ Envy got outside kids. It was just a bunch of shit that didn't have nothing to do with what Charlamagne said. Envy didn't even say nothing. He was like, I ain't messing with Kwame. That's all he said. And he talking about Envy cheating ass with outside kids. I'm like, you're trying to get sued now because now you're just milking everybody looking for you to talk. And you're just talking now. You're just talking and nothing is coherent because Charlamagne, he pled guilty to delinquency of a minor, which is helping a minor do something illegal. It don't mean you did. He beat the case with his sexual allegation. It got dropped because there was no evidence of him having sex with an underage child. And that was all he ever been through as far as that type of shit. And then he's like, you touch it. Yeah, like, cause that's what it was supposed to be.
I'm just saying, you said an underage child.
Go ahead. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just like, see, now you just saying shit because you mad and you got all this attention that you're not even thinking through what you're doing.
I don't think he got nothing to do with attention. I just think he's just mad and like...
Well, he's feeding off of it because he like, I'm finna put you on my YouTube. That's what you know what I'm saying? Like, now you got... Jamel, he was like, I got some questions for you, but I'm gonna wait and put that on my YouTube. And it's like, so now you just want people to follow you somewhere.
But that's not really defaming.
No, the defamation of character is calling Charlamagne a rapist and shit. You can't do that.
I don't think Charlamagne.
You can't do that.
I don't think Charlamagne I think he'll be fine.
He the first nigga that been saying, like, I think he's like, y'all should sue. I'm tired of people feeling like they can say whatever they want to say.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna say nothing about it, but he might send a cease and desist.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Because it's like, it's Kwame Brown. Who the fuck cares?
I'm
not saying you can say what you
not
want,
gonna make it a big deal.
But it's just like, how many ears is really listening to what the fuck Kwame Brown got to say? And like really listening to it? Like, nobody. Nobody.
Well,
like,
niggas is following now because they're like, yeah, you tell them how it is. We know how the industry be. You got some people that care.
You got the small hand that's sitting here talking about we in a glass dome and shit. Them niggas probably saying shit like that. Yeah. But the regular person, they just looking. Now, as far as him saying he got some questions for Jamil here, if I was her, you know what? I would just answer his questions because I'd be like, if I was her, I'd be like, you know what? I did. You know what? I will show you that I wasn't trying to be. What she said? I'm gonna show you I wasn't choosing violence. So right. Answer your questions.
But he was trying to call her slow because he was like, he was basically trying to say she's slow because she said violent and he wasn't violent.
He probably out of the loop though. When I seen him dressed,
he is. I think he was
like a nigga that wear linen suits with braids and just straight back. But he don't even have braids no more. But he does look like a nigga that's just out of the loop or some shit.
Yeah, no, like that's why I figured he don't know the term choosing violence clearly. He didn't know what that meant.
I did not know what the fuck that means. Is all I'm thinking.
Yeah, and I just think he's just doing too much at this point. Defend yourself, but calling people rapists that they ain't did nothing to be called a rapist is just ridiculous.
Yeah, but I think Kwame reacted like that because he ain't had nothing else to throw. He ain't had nothing. Not saying that was right. But I guarantee you, if Charlamagne would never said that shit, he would have never did that. He would have never said that. I guarantee you.
Of course not, because he didn't care, and that's why it's even more foolish because you didn't care about him being a rapist, air quotes, before he said anything about you. So don't act like you care. Now he's like, I'm going to get you fired. It's like, if that's how you feel, you would have been trying to do that whether or not he said something.
Well, he's not going to get fired, but he just...
I know he's not, but that's what he was saying.
He's just blasting off because that's the only weapon he got. Because he feel... How do I put this? It's almost like me. I don't like feeling like I got punked. So if I feel like I got punked, I'm gonna figure a way to do something, even if it might be irrational. But you more
intellectual than.
But I will do.
Wait, how irrational can you be?
The thing is, this is like I'm gonna let you know I'm here. For instance, I was just at the gas station. The little bodega right here the other day. I'm waiting to get in this parking spot. The girl like, okay, come on, I'm finna leave. I'm finna pull up. It's a car on the side of me, and he just darts in front of me. Mind you, where he at, some cars just parked there and go in the store. I'm like, you seen me finna turn right here, and wave me off. I got so mad. I'm like, I went to my car. I was like, you know what? I will go all the way to Jewel, but let me go to my car. I was like, if I find something in my car, I'm gonna go to Jewel. I was gonna find something in my car. I was hoping I had like juice. So I was gonna throw it on his car. I was like, man, I can't, because I can't.
That's different than talking.
But that's different than talking. Petty. But my thing
is petty.
My thing is this. I will find a way. Even if, the thing is, I will find a way just because I don't want to let you. I'm just giving you a literal example that happened. I will find a way to let you know that I'm here and I ain't no bitch and because what the fuck? What
that's
gonna
fine.
Do? But
would you publicly lie?
Knowingly,
would you do that?
Knowingly, no.
Knowingly,
Kwame don't know. Probably though. He probably don't. I don't think Kwame just.
Okay, no.
I don't think he just gonna be like he ain't raped nobody. Charlamagne raped people. I don't think he would do that. I think he just
damn
near
did though.
Man didn't even know what the slang. Who I ain't gonna say I could probably. He probably, to be honest, I don't think he probably watched Breakfast Club or he don't even listen to Charlamagne at all. Because if he did, he would know this. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck do you know that's Kwame's best friend? That's somebody. Nobody. I don't think nobody is around him that's like, I'm still
keeping
cool
him updated.
Yeah, nobody. I think he probably live in some backwoods somewhere or some shit like that. Like he didn't even know what the girl phrase was. He probably just now. I wonder what his Instagram. He probably just made a fucking one of these social accounts. I wonder if he got an Instagram even.
Yeah, he do. He been going live on it. That's what he been talking most of the shit. That's what he been talking most of the shit.
But honestly, I don't think he knowingly. That you got to be really stupid. Now, if I didn't know, if I knew it was a speculation, I would probably throw a speculation out there. If I was that upset and I can't find anywhere else to get this nigga's attention to even get him to look for me to do my threat to him, I might do that. But I wouldn't knowingly just be like, yeah, even though you got you, I wouldn't do that. That's beyond stupid for you to go do that. Kwame Brown. I'm looking for this nigga Instagram. Kwame Brown. I just see Kwame Brown fan page.
Yeah, I forgot what it is.
I'm trying to look. Fuck. West Philly hippie. Is this him? Nope. Man, I'm gonna have to find it. Wait, he do still got it. I don't see this nigga. It's probably on here somewhere. Let me see. Kwame Low. 91,000 followers. See, this nigga's no fucking body, man.
and you know that shit probably quadrupled.
90. He probably only had 20 even. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go on his page and just look on here and see what the fuck he be on here talking about. Because he probably wanted Dr. Umar followers. He probably followed Dr. Umar Johnson or some more shit. This dude, Kwame. The only person he following they gotta check is Master P. Nobody else he following.
He said
verified.
They gotta check.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this dude ain't nobody by this nigga. He not even following nobody that's verified but Master P. And like some random fucking German white accounts.
Oh shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. This nigga probably just
he's seriously out the loop, that's all. But I just don't want him to put his foot in his mouth and bite him in the ass.
Yeah.
So you just need to I know you don't want to be tried. You don't want to let no bitch.
One thing about being an idiot, though, is always an audience for idiots.
That's for damn sure.
One thing is, it's always going to be somebody goes going to be behind him. Like, it was some nigga I was watching. He said, there's magnets in the basketball and in the basketball rim. Everything is rigged. They know every game that they're going to win before the season even starts.
God.
They know who's going to be the champion. Have you ever played 2K? You ever noticed somebody was just so good? It's because they knew they were going to be a champion that year. If you pay attention, look at it. Them niggas are going to be around. Them niggas are going to be like, you know what, man? I've been telling niggas for years, man. Told them. That's why, you know what? That's why I got kicked out the league. They blackballed him.
He could have been. He was really going to be the next Mike. Like, he was going to be the next Mike.
Think about it. Why you think he got drafted so high? He had to be good.
They didn't do that for no reason.
And they put Mike on the team.
Everybody want to push him down.
And Mike didn't like that. He was better than Mike.
He know what really goes on because he got accepted.
No, the one is
took the blood. He took the blood.
One day, Kwame seen everything Michael Jordan was doing in the locker room. He threatened to tell. Next thing you know, he ain't on the Wizards no more.
I'm telling y'all, stay woke.
Stay woke, man.
Stay woke.
It's only a few of y'all that's hearing this. That's why I only got 5 viewers right now, because only 5 of y'all really understand. The rest of the world is lost.
Oh, shit.
Grand Rising.
I fucking hate it. I hate Grand Rising. I hate it.
Grand Rising.
Oh, I hate it so much.
Grand Rising can't give me Good Morning Beautiful vibes. Like,
and all that shit. And bro, it's fucked up though. We really made bad stigmas to shit that ain't supposed to be bad. Like, you can't say Good Morning Beautiful no more.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you just can't say Good Morning Beautiful, even if you used to mean it.
Man, this girl was in the gas station the other day, and she left what I thought was her pop, because she was up there and she walked away and left out there. I was like, yo, you left your pop? And she just kept walking, ignoring me. It was like, that's my pop. And I was like, why I wasn't even trying to talk to her? Like, I mean, I get if it's not your pop, you can be like, it ain't mine. Like, I'm not, but like, you treating it like, I know why women do that is my point. Y'all do it. Y'all think I'm trying to, I don't want that shit, man. Go on, man. And she was ugly too, man. Speaking of ugly, when you fucking get out of here, I seen a prostitute again in Lansing. I was at the gas station waiting on my weed, man. She was in there getting Dutchess. I seen somebody stop her, and they said something, and she was like, "I'm gonna be over here." She went to the hotel next door. Was sitting in her car, smoking weed, just waiting on people to roll up, and I just was like,
"Sheesh,
sheesh," because that's
sheesh.
Never in my life. I don't think I feel like. I would feel so bad. Everybody watching you pay for get her to come in. It's just like,
and then if you look terrible too. Prostitutes don't look half as decent as they might sometimes in movies.
A lot of that should be fake. A lot of these people be drug addicts.
They be drug addicts, right?
Drug addicts, missing teeth, smell like alcohol, old sometimes. And you don't want that. The ones that you think look nice probably cost like $500 an hour or some crazy shit. You don't want to do that either.
Yeah.
But yeah, we about to go ahead and get ready to get out of here. It's your boy Steph.
And this logic. Speak to what you know, be open to what you don't. And remember, nothing applies to everyone but life and death. This is Cultural Conversations. Be safe.
Be safe. We out.